What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. But it's the draft process. I'm putting out like 3-4 videos a day. There's going to be like 6 videos out tomorrow, tomorrow being Saturday, of course. But in this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be basically giving my I took a step back. We posted our instant reactions, myself and Josh. You haven't seen those, go check it out. I felt like they were pretty solid. Good reactions to both picks. Rashod Bateman, obviously, we were screaming. We were jumping up and down. Jayson Oweh, less of a reaction in terms of happiness. But before I get into my whole video, I will say I was over on the Undrafted Sports stream. If you don't know Undrafted Sports, go to undraftedsports.com. Big shout out to Coach Hugh Jackson for joining the stream. A lot of fun having him on. So, if you guys want to go rewatch that, we were asking Coach Jackson some questions. He's the co-host for one of the founders, the 9-0 Anthony K. He's a co-host on that podcast. But kind of just giving a quick shout out to Undrafted Sports. But getting into this video, let's talk about it right now. Rashod Bateman, pick 27, perfect pick. There's nothing really more I can say. He was my number one guy on my big board. He's got great route running. He's great after the catch, great at tracking the ball. And what's most important, he can make the contested catch. You look at what the Ravens fans, what we were all yelling for at the beginning of free agency, at the beginning of the offseason. Get Lamar a wide receiver. Get the Ravens an edge rusher. That's what we were screaming for. That's what we wanted. That's what we went out and got. We got what we wanted. Yeah, we signed Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins was a one-year deal, okay? Sammy Watkins was not the end solution. He was a patch. Hopefully he's a very, very good patch. Hopefully he's that Gorilla Glue. He's that duct tape type of patch. But maybe he's a Scotch tape type of patch. I don't know. But Rashod Bateman's going to be able to come in 5 years and be able to be very good for this offense. I even told people that I would take Rashod Bateman over Devontae Smith, over Jalen Waddle for the Ravens. Not saying overall. I just felt like his fit was better. He's going to be a stud. I really can't wait to watch him work. But Rashod Bateman, I feel like he's much more liked in terms of the Ravens fans. So I'll talk a lot more about Jayson Oweh in this video. But obviously, comment your thoughts and opinions. I want to see what everybody thinks. I don't have to be the only person with an opinion. So looking at Jayson Oweh. Like I said, more controversial. You look at who is available at 31. Tevin Jenkins, Creed Humphrey, Azeez Ojulari. All guys that I mentioned with Josh. So honestly, Jayson Oweh, not on my mind at that point. Did not think he was going to be the pick. I was very happy when Rousseau was taken by Buffalo because I did not want the Ravens to draft him. And when we reacted, I was visibly disappointed. I was trying to talk myself back into it. What I did after that video, I went back and I watched my original reaction. I believe the video was comparing Jalen Phillips to Jayson Oweh. And I went back and I was like, I want to see what I said, what I said about that. Cause it's been a minute since I've looked at this stuff. And I said, I was in on Jayson Oweh. I love the versatility. I picked him over Jalen Phillips for the Ravens. And I got to go back with that. I mean, in the moment, obviously, I really liked Azeez Ojulari. I can't speak as to whether or not that was the proper pick, but I think, potential-wise, this was the absolute pick to go with. What I said about Jayson Oweh, my belief about him is that I didn't want him if he was to be our main guy. I believe taking Jayson Oweh is showing that the Ravens are going to go after an edge rusher in free agency. Just because, you wouldn't draft Jayson Oweh to be your main guy. He's not expected to be a sack producer in his first year or so, but he is expected to be a very, very good football player. So if we were able to get Justin Houston, which is what I said in that original video, I'm completely in. That's what I want. So what Jayson Oweh would be able to bring to the Ravens, one, it's obviously athleticism. That's why he's up here so high. He has not played the position very long, doesn't have crazy skill moves, didn't have any sacks last year. But even he will tell you, sacks aren't everything. I believe what he called it chaos. He created chaos. He was in there. He was making plays. A lot of times, maybe Shaka Toney would get the sack. But you look on the other side and you see Jayson Oweh and he's making a play. He's putting pressure on that quarterback. He's stepping to the side. He's doing that type of thing. Maybe Micah Parsons is getting the sack and Jayson Oweh's like right there. He's overall he's just out there and he's causing havoc on the offensive line. Now, in Baltimore, we have a man by the name of Wink Martindale. Wink Martindale is a very good defensive coordinator. I don't think any Ravens fan will disagree with me. But Wink Martindale, he's crazy. He does things that most defensive coordinators wouldn't dream of doing. Oh yeah, we got an edge rusher. Let's consistently drop him back into coverage. Never in my life do I want to have to watch Matthew Judon drop back into coverage. I'm so happy he's gone, but he was horrible. Jayson Oweh is a guy with athleticism. Now, I'm not saying he's going to go out there and be put the clamps on, but he can go out there and with his athleticism, he'll be able to be making plays even when he's forced to drop back. It gives Wink Martindale more versatility. Look at the athleticism we now have. Oweh, who ran, 4.3. Then we got, Malik Harrison. We've got Patrick Queen, guys who also ran great 40s. Not as fast, but very, very good. The athleticism is everywhere. We saw what Patrick Queen was able to do in blitz situations, right? He got that sack on Joe Burrow. Well, think of Oweh more as a blitz specialist of what the Ravens could do. Because if the Ravens blitz Oweh off the edge and they have somebody else with him, maybe he's playing with Justin Houston, what right tackle, what left tackle is going to be able to get on the outside of that crazy speed in a blitz situation? If they're lined up 4-man on, they can shift the line, do all that type of stuff. But he'll be able to get around. Imagine Orlando Brown Jr., right? There is no way Orlando Brown Jr. is getting out in front of Jayson Oweh. We're trying to beat the Chiefs. Did we big brain the Chiefs by trading Orlando Brown Jr. there to then take the by far fastest edge rusher in the draft to be able to get around Orlando Brown Jr.? Maybe. I think it's a very good possibility that we big brained the heck out of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's Jayson Oweh. He's not going to be a guy that I expect, in his first couple of years to get consistent sacks based on skill moves. He will get sacks based on blitz packages, but he'll still make plays. He'll be able to stop the run. He's very good at sealing the edge, getting outside. You look at guys like Devin White, Devin Bush, guys like Ryan Shazier. Yes, they're middle linebackers, but their ability to go sideline to sideline. Oweh will be able to lock up the side he's on. He won't be able to get across the offensive line. But if you try and run outside, he'll be able to get out there. A 4.37 40-yard dash, how many running backs in the NFL are faster than that and are going to get out faster than that? 4, 5 running backs? Maybe. Very few. J.K. Dobbins will be, running toe-to-toe with him. And so that's the thing that you can look at is wow. What he's going to bring to the Ravens is a lot more than what he would bring for the average team, because the average team would look at it and they'd just be like, yep, edge rusher. Let's put him at edge rusher. And they'll, send him off the edge. But Wink Martindale, like I said, he's crazy. He'll put him in, we'll stunt him. We'll throw Patrick Queen on the outside. We'll blitz him. Maybe we'll drop Oweh back into coverage. So many possibilities. And he's new to the game. He's going to be absorbing it all. He's just going to keep getting way and way better. The improvement that you'll see from him will be drastic from year 1 to year 2, from year 2 to year 3. And that's why I'm so happy with this pick, just because it's not me being I'm a blind follower. No, he was number 5 on my big board of players. This wasn't a play that I was don't draft this guy. I like Oweh. I'm very happy with the pick. I will say today there will be multiple videos, obviously, like I said, one for each reaction of the players drafted, but I'll also have one coming out before the draft, and it'll talk about, what I think the Ravens should do in day 2, talk about trading up possibilities, players that could be available, all that type of thing. But comment your thoughts down below on really day 1, kind of no longer in that instant react mode. Your senses are a little down, your adrenaline's a lot lower. What do you guys think about it? Subscribe for daily Ravens content. See all of you again. Dang, I can't say tomorrow. Later today, 3 more times.